You know, I refuse to name you yet. But when you do something like this, how am I supposed to reprimand you, doggy? Destroying my plant? Is that nice? How can I stay mad at you? I'm upset because this plant is supposed to show Joey that I can take care of things. He'll never let me keep a pet like you or have a baby if I can't even take care of a pet. And now it's destroyed. I'm not going to find another one that looks just like it. You're too cute. Are you hungry because you ate all your puppy chow and I'm... Oh, great. Joey's here. We have to find a place to hide you, and you better not bark. Come on. I'll be super quick, okay? You be quiet in there. I'll be right back. I hate locking him up. You know, I was worried about you. I even said it to my mom. Just because, like, you went MIA and went home and... I don't mean to be paranoid with you, but you seem sober, so that's good. Yeah, Joey, I'm perfectly fine. I'm not the one, no offense, I'm not saying this to be mean, but I'm not the one that had, like, addictions and stuff. Like, I just had mental health problems. I'm fine, I'm chilling, I'm by myself. Well, you can't expect me to not be skeptical. You showed up at my house one day with blood and the bracelet that we still have it sold. And I don't know, I was just expecting the worst. Like, I don't understand why so abruptly you came here. You know, you just went home so random. Because, Joey, I told you I wanted to be by myself just to, like, you know, it's not good to rely on other people. I can't be babied by you forever. You know, we're two separate individuals. You wanted your space too. We're still gonna go on our vacation. Everything's great. I keep looking at that door. Actually, let me ask you, because this is like a glaring red flag in the living room. The plant. What happened to it? What do you mean, what happened to the plant? Melissa, don't play dumb. Plant's destroyed. Ripped up. Looks like some sort of, like, Edward Scissorhands came in here with vengeance. What happened to it? You're supposed to be taking care of it. You're supposed to show me that you can take care of something. Not gonna lie, I did expect it to, like, wither away. I didn't expect it to get ripped up like the Tasmanian devil. Right. Yeah. It is destroyed. Isn't that crazy? I didn't know that, like, plants could do that to themselves. I don't know. I don't believe you. I feel like maybe... knowing you and your outbursts and your temper and the way that you, like, hit things and stuff, not to harken back to that, but did you have, like, a mental breakdown and you took it out on the plant? No, I came home and it was like that. So maybe to prove that that I can take care of something, maybe a plant wasn't the best. You were right. Maybe a chia pet or a Tamagotchi, if they still make them. So you let the bird die. Now the plant gets ripped to shreds. So now we're just gonna level down to a chia pet. That's not even the most important thing right now. I just don't understand how that happened. Like, that's some psycho stuff, Melissa. That's scary. To see a plant ripped up like that. Like, what were you going through mentally? That you shredded up a plant? Okay, Joey, I don't know what explanation I can give you for the plant being destroyed. It just is what it is. Just be honest with me, though, because, like, you denying it, right? You lying about whatever happened to that. It puts, like, fear into me, because I'm supposed to book a vacation with you. I'm supposed to, like, take care of you and stuff, but, like, that behavior exhibits, like, violent tendencies. You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I supposed to let you back into my life? Be comfortable when you're standing here lying to me. I don't know what you're going through mentally. So can you just admit you had a mental breakdown about I don't know what? maybe me booking the vacation wasn't good enough or something, and you you killed the plant. No, I promise you, I did not have a mental breakdown. If I had a mental breakdown, would I really take it out on a plant? I don't know what happened to it. Maybe I left the window open and a squirrel came in, or a raccoon. I don't know, but I'm being genuine with you. The lies are just so outrageous with you. Like, you really think I was born yesterday? I'm stupid. I am. I'm not no freaking engineer or astronaut or mathematician. I don't know much. But I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not gonna sit here and believe that you were left open the window and a raccoon walked through the window and aimed at your plant and then left everything else. Alright, I'm out. Nah. This just proves to me like you still lie, you're still mentally unstable, which means you can't take care of nothing. I don't mean to be harsh, but you're such a pain in the ass with the baby stuff. You can't, like, I'm trying to be your friend, and all you do is talk about having babies. In 2025, like, you make your whole world about having babies. And you can't even take care of a plant. Joey, I think it's unfair that you're saying I can't take care of a living thing based off of, like, a bird and a plant. Okay, yeah, the bird was bad, but that's never gonna happen again. I promise you that. And maybe I just didn't love the bird. I think I need to love things to take care of it. I don't think I loved Chris because you weren't the dad. You realize that Christopher, your baby, who came out of you, who you carried for 9 months, was a human being. And bro, you talk about him like you played the claw machine and the wrong toy came out. Come on. Okay, that sounded really bad. But what I meant to say, I guess, you bring a baby into the world and you realize that the person you wanted to share the baby with is not the biological father. It depressed me. So I had some resentment towards Chris. And, maybe I had some resentment towards the bird, where it wasn't who I wanted it to be, or I don't know. I don't want to have a psychoanalysis. I don't want to have a psychoanalysis on myself right now. It's a stupid plant. Get over it. I don't even care what happened to the plant at this point. Forget it. Forget the plant. I don't care. What I want you to admit to me, so we can just move forward as two separate human beings, and I'm justified in telling you to never bring up baby stuff with me ever again. Just stand here right now and admit to me that you're incapable of taking care of anything. And then, like, we can finally put this to rest. Because even if my son was still here, even at his young age, where he loves Paw Patrol, bro would not rip up that plant like that. That's some crazy crap. So just admit to me, you're unfit to take care of anything at all. I am capable of taking care of things. I kept myself alive all this time when I just wanted to be happy with you. You don't want to admit the simplest thing, the most logical thing, something staring you right in the face as proof? Then no vacation. No Nashville. No Barbados, no, what was the third option? I don't remember. None of it though. None of it. We're not going on no vacation. You're lucky if you and me go to Subway together. Get a 6-inch footlong. A sandwich, you know what I'm saying? Wow. So you're gonna be like my dad, or treat me like I'm someone in pre-K, where, okay, I'm misbehaving, so now you take this away from me. Real mature. Yeah, maybe you need a father figure. Or maybe you just need like a parental figure or something, because, like, I don't know how you afford your apartment, and then while you're in your apartment, you're ripping plants up. You need some sort of guidance. And I don't know if I can be that anymore. Joey, you're not really understanding right now. I am understanding. I'm understanding so clearly. For whatever reason, you don't want to be truthful to me. You don't want to tell me what's going on. And all I'm trying to do is help you. I wouldn't be mad if you legitimately just told me like, yo, I had a mental breakdown, I ripped my plant up in anger. I don't even care when it would be over. I just want you to be freaking transparent with me. And why can't you just tell me the truth? I don't know. Sometimes you love things so much you just don't want them taken away. So superficial. So superficial. Like you care that much in the grand scheme of things. Everything going on in my life, your life, mentally between us both. The one thing superficial you care about is going on vacation. You don't want that taken away. What are you, a child, Melissa? Are you a child? It's not the vacation, it's my dog. I just want you to see that I value what you say to me. And I never want you to think that I'm taking someone else's side over yours, or I don't take your opinion into consideration, because even when Victor was telling me he didn't like what you said about my infertility, I told him straight up, like, Sorry. How would Victor know? You told him about what I said? Yeah, I told Victor what you said about me possibly being infertile and that you would leave, and pissed him off. But I was the devil's advocate. Sorry, and after you told him this, he got pissed off? Like he was pissed at me? For what I said, like my personal opinion in my relationship, he's pissed about that? Can I just talk? Yeah, he got pissed off because, he's my friend. And for someone to outright say, hey, I'm not going to be with you because you're infertile, I mean, he took offense to it, and I can see why. But I stood up for you, and I said to him, she has a point. Why would someone want to be with someone if they can have a child with them, if that's what they always dreamed of? Okay, but personally, I don't really think it's like any of his business to have an opinion on our relationship and how I feel or what I want in a relationship. Like, that's my personal choice. If I don't want to be with someone because they can't have children, I'm sorry. It's not his right to criminalize me for that. Well, I made it his business in a sense because I was venting to him. I gave him the facts and he had an opinion on it. Nothing wrong with that. Is this something that you do all the time? Like when it comes to your personal relationships with your partner, do you vent and spill the beans to your friends, like personal issues? Yeah, I vent to my friends. If I'm having a problem, I vent to them. Because I run businesses, right? And the key to business is when you don't know something, you outsource it. I don't necessarily know how to market my automobile shops. That's why I hire a marketing person for that. And when it comes to certain relationship decisions, I'm not great. So I ask my friends, hey, what do you think of this? They're not always perfect, but you need those people to lean on. I don't really think it's your place to give personal information out like that. When it comes to our private relationship, like this between you and me, it has nothing to do with Victor or his opinion. Are you offended that I spoke to him? I don't think that what I told him was personal in any way. It's not like I was giving him your cycle or what. I think it's pretty clear that I'm offended. 100% offended. What I say to you is to you. It's not to anyone else. I wouldn't go around venting about our relationship or anything like that. Like, it's a personal matter. I'm a little different with you. You're my partner. I don't want the world to know. Forget the reality show for a second. Like, if I say something to you, I want it to stay with you until I'm ready for everyone else to hear it. My friend has an investment in me. And when someone says that they don't want to be with me because I could possibly be infertile, He cares about me. That's not something, that's a big deal. That's not a private matter. I wouldn't tell anyone our personal business. Not a best friend, not a mom, no one. If it's in our relationship, it should stay in our relationship. I'm very self-conscious, and like my personal life, it takes a lot for me to give it to my partner. I don't want the rest of the world knowing my personal beliefs. Or do you get what I'm saying? I'm very selective with what I put on camera, and even just telling you the fertility thing, that comment, like, that was a lot for me. And for you to, like, take that and just willy-nilly give it to your friend. Alright, but if you did confide in someone regarding our relationship, I wouldn't take it personal, Tiffany. I would never do it. Like I just said, I wouldn't. That wouldn't be something, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't put you in that position. Or I guess that's where me and you differ. Personally, I think that I would like to speak to him for his stupid little opinion. Because it just upsets me that he's going to stand here and make me out to be the villain to you. That's what upsets me too, is that he's making me look bad to you. We had our conversation, and now he has to fill your head with something else. And I know that you're like a little bit influenced by people. What, are you really going to go curse Victor out? That's not right. Everyone's entitled to an opinion. I gave him information. Like I said, he formed an opinion about it. Things like this is going to happen again. I'm not going to curse him out, but I'm going to speak my mind. I don't really know you. I know Brian cares about you as a friend, and I'm glad he has friends. But don't insert your opinion about our private matters. I understand you're upset, but as his friend, I'm not going to hold back. I'm going to try to help him. And I'm sure you have friends. You know that one big part of friendship is honesty. And if someone is hurting Brian, I want to be honest with him. Okay, well, Brian's going through a hard time. He misses his daughter. He's under a lot of pressure. His uncle brainwashes him half the time. For you to insert your opinion in a situation like this is almost like you're brainwashing him or taking advantage of him, better yet. You should have better sense to tell Brian, this is none of my business, and you need to be stronger and deal with it on your own. Because you taking advantage of him and inserting your opinions into his head, it makes me uncomfortable. Well, I would say that if it wasn't my business, but I'm sure he said this to you. He made it my business, and if he asks me for help, I'm going to help him. I don't really see it as any more complicated than that. I understand you feel a level of privacy has been violated, but you have to talk to him about that, not me. I'm not going to turn him away. Okay, but what I expect out of Brian in a relationship has nothing to do with you. Your opinion is not valid on the matter. Just because he came to you about it, that's like if I had an opinion on you and his friendship. You sound really upset. Yeah, because I'm offended. I'm pissed off. I have enough problems on my plate. You don't know what it's like to be the girlfriend of a man who is being pulled in a million different directions and is grieving about his daughter and his stepson. It's a lot to handle. I get your anger towards me, but I think it's a little misplaced. What you just said is all very valid, and I may have not put myself in your shoes. Brian's situation is very difficult, and you did not enter into the relationship understanding how much more difficult it would be, and it is completely okay for you to be upset about that. I understand you're going through a hard time. I do. I don't need you to be nice to me. Is there a part of you that feels guilty that this is all too much for you, and that the prospect of Brian not being able to give you children makes you feel bad that you have to cut him off because of it? Yes, I do. I feel terrible. But is it fair to me that, the man I thought who was fertile, who had a daughter, may turn out to not be able to give me children. That's a lot to put on my plate. It's a lot for me to accept. Sure, I dreamed of having a certain career, and that was the most important thing to me, but why should I have to cross off children because my partner can't provide that for me? So look, I'm okay with being everyone's punching bag. That is fine. But my suggestion to you, and you can take it and throw it out the window, I think you just need to continue to be honest with yourself, but not string my friend along. If this is all too much for you, cut him off. I think what really made me angry was the fact that you gave him this timeline. Well, if you are infertile, I'm gone. You should have just broken up with him in the moment instead of leading him on. Well, I told him that. I told him that based on the paternity test results, I have to decide what I want to do moving forward. Because I can admit to myself that being with him, it's hard. Okay, but again, why that timeline? Well, just like the fertility issue. I guess it's better to deal with it now than later. Rip off the Band-Aid now.